I got a whole lot of money. Y'all it for me. Bottle key.
Good afternoon and welcome to Schoolboy Row Field here in El Dorado, Arkansas. As the number 11 SouthArk Stars get set to start conference play against SAU Tech this afternoon. We'll only be playing one game today. It'll be a 9-inning game. Your starter for the Stars will be Brett Foss. Quick look down at his stats through the non-conference play so far. He's had 3 starts so far, sporting a 1-2 record and a 4.6 ERA. He's gone 11 and 2/3 innings pitched, while only surrendering 6 earned runs, while also striking out 9. And he'll be on the mound to start things here. Don't have a lineup for SAU Tech in this one, so I'm not sure who they're starting on the mound or what their lineup is going to look like. But we're about 3 minutes away from first pitch. And the Stars look like they're getting ready to take the field over on the third base side. And there you see Brett Foss, number 1 for the Stars this year. He was one of the key factors in the Stars postseason run last year, pitching quite a few shutouts during the regional and World Series tournaments. Quick look at the Stars defensive lineup. Behind the plate is Gavin Murphy, freshman from Shudrint, Louisiana. At third base is Gabe Kutencooler from Sheridan. At shortstop is Alex Showalter from Birdville High School in Texas. Following him in the middle infield at second base is Chase Irby from Rock Hill High School in Texas. And at first base is Bo Kutencooler, also from Sheridan, Arkansas. He's going to be playing at UAM next year, home of the Boll Weevils. And in the outfield from left to right is Ty Simonelli, Kyle Tolley, and making a start in right field is Tanner Powell. Like I said, we're moments away from first pitch. Stars' record so far this year is 9-8, and they've played quite a few highly ranked opponents, not only in Division II junior college baseball, but also in Division I. And leadoff batter for SAU Tech, getting ready to step in. And we're about to get underway. This one swung on foul down the third base side, out of play for strike 1. Oh, 1 count for Foss on the mound. This one's flied out into center field. Tolley barely has to move for it, and he will bring it in for the first out. Unlike the last couple live streams, we're set up here in center field, and the camera does not zoom in and out fast enough for us to really use it as an action cam in this one. High fastball for a strike, 0-1. Back-to-back first pitch strikes for Foss to start the day. Always a good sign. This one's rolled over and fouled on third base side. Quickly an 0-2 count for him. Another pitch. This one's popped straight up, and I believe Murphy's calling for it. And he will make the grab at home plate for the second out. I think whenever it was hit, he really didn't see where it was until it was on its way down. So a good job by him to record the out. And now batting the 3-hole for SAU Tech. And first pitch is fouled down the first base side. 0-1. And a quick reminder, this series between SAU Tech and SouthArk is somewhat of a regional rivalry. Both schools only 30 minutes from each other. The Stars took the series last year while not surrendering a single game, as that changeup swung on and missed for strike two. And that pitch is outside. Looked like he tried to get him with a slider that time. 1-2 count for Foss now. And this one's swung on, fouled straight back to the backstop. Still a 1-2 count with two away here in the first. All right. So the 1-2 from Foss coming up. This one's grounded to the third baseman. Kutencooler has it. The throw to his older brother is in time for the third out. And we'll head to the bottom of the first. The score still 0-0 as the Rockets go 1-2-3. And welcome back for the bottom of the first. Leading off will be Gabe Kutencooler. Kutencooler batting .420 heading into today's game. And first pitch fastball, high and away, ball one. And looked like changeup that time, also low and away, 2-0. High and away fastball. 3-0 count now at home plate. And that one will be inside for ball four. And Kutencooler will be aboard with a leadoff walk on 4 straight pitches. Now batting is Ty Simonelli. So a runner on first with nobody out for Simonelli. And a lefty-lefty matchup here early in the game. Fastball outside for ball one. And on the mound for SAU Tech, number 21, a little bit of a sidearm lefty. And last year, the Stars had a very heavy left-handed hitter lineup. This year, not so much. And slider that time, low and away, 2-0. That one finds the strike zone. 2-1 now for Simonelli. This fastball is popped up high into left field. Left fielder settles under it, and he will make the grab for the first out. And Kutencooler will stay put at first base. Now batting is Bo Kutencooler. He's batting in the 3-hole today, with his younger brother already aboard on the leadoff walk at first base. First pitch slider squirts away from the catcher, and Gabe Kutencooler will stay at first base. 1-0 count at home plate. Pick to first, and runner is back safely without a dive attempt. 1-0 count still. Fastball down the middle, knee high, and it is taken for a strike. Even count now, 1-1. And this one's outside, grounded to the second baseman. He bobbles it. The throw to first will be in time, but Gabe Kutencooler still moves up to second base. Now batting is Jacob Ambrose. Ambrose batting 240 heading into the game, and he was all-region selection last year in his freshman year. Scored 11 runs so far, and 2 homers already on the year. That one runs in and hits him, and runners will be at first and second base now following the hit by pitch. Now batting is Gavin Murphy, freshman from Shudrint. He's been behind the plate so far in this one, batting 260 on the year. And he'll come up with 2 away and runners at first and second. And second baseman moves back, so nobody's holding on Kutencooler at second base. And that fastball catches the outside part of the plate for strike one. Changeup that time stays outside on him. Even count at 1-1. And that one runs in and hits Murphy as well. Looked like slider that time. And that'll load up the bases now with 2 away. And after being able to get 2 outs and only getting a runner to second base, Stars now have bases loaded and 2 outs. Now batting is Kyle Tolley. He's batting .316 on the year. Couple home runs for him already. And high fastball that time to Tolley, 1-0. And what started kind of as a pedestrian first inning now turns like it could bust the game open for the Stars as a fastball taken outside for strike one. Even count. Fastball down the middle, swung on a miss. 1-2 now. And nobody's holding Ambrose at second base. He could probably get close to halfway to third if he wanted to. Another pitch swung on and missed for strike 3, and that'll end the inning as the Stars leave the bases loaded and the score still tied 0-0. And we're about set to start the second inning. Brett Foss back out on the mound after putting up a 1-2-3 inning his first inning. Now batting as a cleanup hitter for SAU Tech. And first pitch from Foss is outside, ball 1. Looked like the cutter that time, high and away. And that one's probably more of a slider, gets the swing and miss. 1-1. It's one of the interesting things about Foss. He throws a cutter and a slider. Both have a different profile. And this one's singled back up the middle into center field. Be the first hit of the ball game. And SAU Tech will have a runner on first with nobody out. So runner on first, nobody out here in the second inning. Runner takes off. This one swung on and fouled at home plate, 0-1. And the runner at first got a pretty good jump on it. Still don't know if he would have been safe entirely, but nevertheless, still had a pretty good chance of grabbing the bag. Same pitch, and this one's watched down the middle. 0-1 or 0-2 now for Foss. Looked like he tried to throw changeup that time as that one runs high on him. 1-2. And not very often you see a changeup thrown high in the zone. Slider down the middle for strike 3. That'd be the first out here in the second. And the first strikeout of the day for Foss. And pick to first. Runners back safely on the dive. That last strikeout was Foss's 10th strikeout of the day. Or of the year, I'm sorry. Another pick to first. And he's still safe at first base as he dives back into the bag. High fastball that time, doesn't get the call, 1-0. Slider swung on and missed. The throw down to second is in time, and he will be out at second base as Murphy guns him down for the second out. And what's even more impressive about that is it was a breaking ball, and Murphy still had him by a good 4 steps. So 2 away and an even count at 1-1. Slider outside gets the strike call. 1-2 now for him. And in Foss's last start, he also was rolling in that one. Still, he was under a pitch count limit. And that one high, it looked like cutter. 2-2. This one's popped up in the infield, and Irby is calling for it. And he will run in to make the grab for the third out. So we'll head to the bottom of the second. The score's still tied at 0. So leading off will be Tanner Powell. And Tanner Powell hitting .315 with 4 RBIs so far in his freshman season as he takes the fastball outside for strike 1. He squares around a bunt. Slider, or fastball rather, is outside. Even count at 1-1. And the third baseman not playing anywhere near the line at third base. So if he does get it down, he'll have to push it past the first baseman or past the pitcher. And that one is fouled. So 1-2 now. And likely the bunt will not be in play now. Although they are giving him everything on the left-handed side of the field. Slider swung on and missed for strike 3. That'll be the first out here in this one. Now batting is Chase Irby. Irby batting over 300 on the year. And he had his first collegiate home run last game against Heartland. And first pitch fastball is low for ball 1. One 0 count for Irby with 1 away here in the bottom of the second. Fastball inside. And 2-0 now to Irby. And that one's going to run in and hit Irby in the thigh. And he will be aboard with a hit by pitch. Now batting is Alex Showalter. He's batting in the 9 spot. And looked like changeup to start the AB is low, ball 1. Fastball outside. 2-0. That pitch catches the inside part of the plate for strike one. 2-1 count now with one away. Pick to first. And Irby is back safely as he dives back into first base. Still a 2-1 count at home plate. Breaking ball. This one swung on and fouled straight back. 2-2 now. Even count for Showalter. Catcher appears to be setting up away. Likely trying to get him to chase probably on a changeup. And there it is. But it is too far outside or too far low. One of the two. And that'll run the count full now, 3-2. And payoff pitch coming up. Fastball that time, low and away. And Showalter will be aboard with the walk. Runners at first and second. And in steps Gabe Kutencooler. He reached on a walk his first AB to lead off the game. This one's down the middle, swung on and fouled down the first baseline. 0-1. Fastball high and away. 1-1 count now. And the shortstop for SAU Tech bailing out late at second base, trying to hold on the runner. And you would think with a righty, the shortstop would be playing a little further in the hole and the second baseman would cover. But they're going the opposite direction here as that slider's inside. 2-1. This pitch is called outside now for Kutencooler. 3-1. And it's a little hard to tell from out here, but it looks like the zone is going to be a little bit closer east to west. And that one is off of Kutencooler's knee, and he's going to try and run his way down to first base, and that'll load up the bases. Now batting is Simonelli, and I think they're going to try and give Kutencooler time so he can try and walk off that hit. That one looked like it hit him square in the kneecap. So we'll have the bases loaded. And Ty Simonelli will step in for the Stars with one away. Familiar situation to last inning, except now one out instead of two. And we'll see if the Stars can push across some runs here in the second, take an early lead. And that one looked like fastball was thrown behind the batter. 1-0. And Simonelli did a good job to get the bat out of the way. Fastball inside, gets the strike call. 1-1. And with a lefty-lefty matchup, especially a little bit of a sidearmer on the mound, that's right where you want to live. as it's really hard for a left-handed hitter to do anything with that pitch. Slider swung on and fouled down the first base side. 1-2. So the 1-2 to Simonelli coming up. Slider down the middle for strike 3, and a crucial strikeout, as there's now 2 away, and Bo Kutencooler steps in with the bases loaded. First pitch fastball down the middle for a strike. 0-1. This one swung on, fouled out of play on the first base side. 0-2 now. This one swung on, lined out into right center, and center fielder will track it down for the third out as the Stars leave the bases loaded once again, and nothing comes of it. Six runners left on base so far through 2 innings by the Stars, and we'll be back for the top half of the third after this. All right, and Brett Foss will be back out on the mound here in the third. He's put up 2 scoreless innings so far. First pitch changeup down the middle for a strike. 0-1. Fastball swung on the outside part of the plate. 0-2. Good mix of velocity on this AB so far. Looked like they tried again with the cutter outside. No offer at it. 1-2 now for Foss. Slider swung on a miss for strike 3. That's Foss's second strikeout here today. And that'll be the first strikeout here in the third. Fastball down the middle, swung on and miss. 0-1. And there has been a change in the way conference is working, at least here in Region 2. The Arkansas schools and Oklahoma schools will not play each other for conference until the regional tournament. And so all the Arkansas schools will play each other in 2 3-game series throughout conference play. This is the first series between the Stars and SAU Tech. And there'll be a runner on first with one out after that hit by pitch. Also, quite a few new programs in Arkansas. And first pitch changeup for a strike, 0-1. Mountain Home, Three Rivers, Mid-South, and SouthArk all are new programs that are going to be playing in conference this year. And it's not like the Stars or the Rockets are blue bloods either. The Stars only in their third season and the Rockets in their second. And swung and a miss on a slider. 0-2 now for Foss. Slider swung on and missed for strike 3. 3 strikeouts on the day for Foss. So two-way now, we're going to run on first. He squares around, and the bunt attempt goes foul, 0-1. And likely just trying to put a little bit of pressure on the infield, as there haven't been too many batted balls in play for the Rockets. Curveball swung on. This one's fouled. 0-2 now for Foss. And had him on his front foot that time with the curveball. And it looked like he was reaching low and away to get to it. Likely going to see something high and in. And he tries to get him to chase with the slider. 1-2. Still throwing breaking ball away, low and away. If you can change the eye levels a little bit, that'll kind of increase the way that the perceived speed of the fastball by the hitter. Slider swung on and missed for strike 3. 3 strikeouts for Foss in the inning. And he's up to 4 on the day. As we head to the bottom of the third, the score still 0-0. As we get ready to start things here in the bottom of the third, due up will be Jacob Ambrose. He's batting in the cleanup spot. He was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. Fastball low and in for ball 1. Fastball down the middle that time, and Ambrose takes it. 1-1 count. Backdoor slider gets the call. 1-2 now to Ambreeze. So the 1-2 now. Another backdoor slider gets the call for strike 3. And that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the third. Now batting Gavin Murphy. And that one does not find the zone. 1-0 to Murphy. Fastball inside. 2-0. And that was pretty close to catching Murphy again. Good thing it didn't. Change up, and that one's going to find the zone. 2-1. So it looks like the zone, at least for this game, looks like it's going to be a little bit tighter left to right and a little bit bigger up and down. This one's lined foul down the first base side. Even count now at 2-2 with 1 out. This one swung on and fouled straight back into the backstop. Still an even count. 6th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Murphy fouls another one off down the first base side. Fastball fouled again. 3rd straight. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up for Murphy. And a notable AB for him in the game against Heartland. He had a 12-pitch at-bat in the first inning. And he was swing and miss on the backdoor slider. 2 outs now. And now batting is Kyle Tolley. Tolley, 1 homer and 8 RBIs on the year so far. And a .474 slug percentage. That pitch inside for ball 1. And high fastball inside that time. 2-0. And a notable stat for Tolley, through the 17 games the Stars have played, he's already got 10 stolen bases. And change up away that time is laid off. 3-0. As can't get Tolley to chase on that one. So the 3-0, and Tolley likely to be chasing or to be taking in this situation, and he will be aboard with a 2-out walk. Now batting is Tanner Powell. But back to Tolley. So he's got 10 stolen bases. The next closest on the team is 4 different players on the Stars with 3. So if you take those 4 combined, they have enough to pass Tolley in stolen bases. But it takes 4 of the next closest players. 0-1 count for Tanner Powell. Slider, Tolley takes off for second. And he's safe. And Tolley gets his 11th stolen bag on that one. And it'll be a 1-1 count, I believe, at home plate. Fastball swung on and missed inside. 1-2 now to Powell. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. This one swung on, fouled straight back into the catcher. Still a 1-2 count for Powell. Slider too far inside is the call on that one. 2-2. And that was about as close a pitch as you can get. And it wasn't like it was a full count. That was a 1-2 count. Normally that's strike 3 on any other given day. Fastball high for strike 3. And that'll end the inning. The score's still 0-0. So Brett Foss is back on the mound here in the fourth. 4 strikeouts already for him on the day. And he'll get set to go another inning here. Fastball high and in, 1-0. This one's lined down the left field side, and it is going to be in foul territory. A 1-1 count now at home plate. Slider that time bounces towards home plate. 2-1. This one swung on, fouled straight back at home plate. 2-2 now the count. Things even back up. Nobody out here in the fourth. Slider high and in, and doesn't swing on it. 3-2. So the payoff pitch for Foss coming up. High and in as well, and that'll be ball 4 to start the inning. A leadoff walk for the Rockets. So a runner on first with nobody out. And this one's giving a ride to center field. Tolly appears to have settled under it, and he will make the grab for the first out. 1 away, runner on first. And a quick look at the conditions today. It's about 48 degrees, and the wind's blowing slightly in as that pickoff move is Does not bear any fruit. Runners back safely on a dive. Slider outside gets the strike call. 0-1. Another slider, same spot, and different result. 1-1. Pick to first, and runners back safely on the dive again. Slider inside, taken for a strike. 1-2 now from Foss. Pick to first again, and runners back safely on a dive. And likely just trying to keep him right there at the bag, not give him any funny ideas. This one swung on, fouled straight back. Still a 1-2 count. Fifth pitch of the AB coming up. High and in fastball. 2-2. And looks like the sun's finally starting to come out here, as it's been pretty much overcast all day. Slider swung on and fouled. Sixth pitch of the AB coming up. Change up. This one's fouled off the runner. And there was no foul call at home plate, so they thought it was a live ball. Still 2-2. One away here in the fourth. And a runner on first base. Slider is laid off outside, and that'll run the count full now, 3-2. Slider grounded to the third baseman. Throw to first is not in time to throw, the throw to second was not in time, but the throw to first will get the runner for the second out. And it was a good try to turn two on that one. Now, it was a close play at second base, but the runner dives in. So runner at second base with 2 outs for Foss here in the fourth. Changeup swung on, fouled straight back, 0-1. And changeup wasn't something Foss really threw at anybody the first time through the lineup. So we'll see. We'll see if he can make his way through the lineup again. First time through, really just stuck with his cutter and fastball, and mix in a slider every once in a while. Now he's starting to kind of open up his repertoire a little bit, and the pick to second is not in time as the runner's back safely again. 0-1 count at home plate with 2 outs. Slider swung on a miss in the dirt that time as Foss gets him to chase. 0-2 now. And Foss 1 strike away from another scoreless inning. Slider outside. Doesn't get the chase. 1-2. This one's high, and it appears it might be in play for Simonelli and left, and he will make the grab, ranging into foul territory at the fence for the third out. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. The score is still 0-0. Leading off for the Stars will be Chase Irby. He's back up. Irby batting over 300 in his freshman year. This one swung on, popped up, and out of play. 0-1 count for him. This one inside on him. He grounds it to the second baseman. Throw to first is in time. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. Now batting in the 9 hole is Alex Showalter. One inside with the fastball gets the strike call. 0-1. One out here in the fourth. Slider outside. That one gets the call as well. 0-2 for him. Another backdoor breaking ball. This one a little bit further outside. 1-2 now. Fastball outside. Showalter lays off of that one too. Even count now, 2-2. Fastball at the knees, swung on and missed for strike 3. 2 outs. Now batting is the leadoff batter, Gabe Kutencooler, with 2 away. This one's grounded to the second baseman as well. Throw to first is in time. And a 1-2-3 inning as we head to the top of the fifth. The score still 0-0. Foss back out on the mound for his 5th inning of work. 4 strikeouts so far on the day for him. First pitch, going to be called low, 1-0. And this one's popped up in the infield. And Irby at second base ranges onto the grass to make the grab for the first out. 1 away here in the 5th. Fastball swung on and miss, 0-1. Slider that time gets the outside call. 0-2 now for Foss. Slider swung on and miss for strike 3. That's his 5th of the day. Two outs now here in the top of the 5th. Slider away that time in the left-handed batter's box. 1-0 the count. This one swung on, fouled out of play. 1-1 count now at home plate. Slider swung on. This one is going to fall down in foul territory down the first base side as Cooler is unable to run up to it. So 1-2 count with 2 away for him. Looked like Cutter that time, high and away. 2-2 count. That's just nasty. That's Foss's 6th strikeout. And we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Score still 0-0. Leading off here in the bottom of the 5th will be Ty Simonelli. The 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Stars. Or already halfway through this ball game. It's only been 1 hour. Quite the pitcher's duel we've seen as the front door slider gets the strike call, 0-1. Only 1 hit so far in this ball game between either side. Simonelli squares around, pulls it to the first base side with him. Pitcher will flip it to first himself, and that'll be the first out. And a good thought by Simonelli in the Stars, but unable to get it further down that first baseline. Now batting is Bo Kutencooler with one out. He flew out to left center his last time, or to right center rather, his last time up. Fastball down the middle for a strike. 0-1. That one runs in and hits Kutencooler on the, I think, ankle. And he'll be aboard on the hit by pitch. I'll bring in Jacob Ambrose now, one out, and a runner on first here in the fifth. Not a whole lot of action from either bullpen at this juncture in time. And breaking ball that time stays up and away. 1-0 the count. Fastball swung on and missed by Ambrose. 1-1. This one swung on, fouled out of play on the first base side. 1-2 count. Ambrose fouls another one on the first base side out of play. Still a 1-2 count for him with one out. And that one's going to be fouled as a check swing by Ambrose. And he still goes around far enough to get the barrel on it. Fastball away that time. Ambrose lays off of it. 2-2. Another fastball away. Full count now for Ambrose, and one out here in the fifth. Change up low for ball four. Ambrose will be aboard on the walk. And that'll bring in Gavin Murphy now with runners at first and second, one out. And I think we're going to have an offensive timeout for Coach Lester to talk with Murphy before the AB. I don't think it'll be a long offensive meeting either, as Murphy's already making his way back to the home plate. And looks like we are going to have some movement in the Rockets bullpen. Backdoor slider gets the strike call, 0-1. And it looks like they're going to have a righty warming up on the mound. Don't have a pitch count on me for the Rockets pitcher. Backdoor slider is fouled down the third baseline. 0-2 for Murphy. And that one probably only landed maybe a foot and a half, 2 feet foul down the third base side. So the 0-2 to Murphy. Swing on and miss for strike three. That would be the second out here in this one. And now batting is the center fielder, Kyle Tolley. Tolley reached base his last time and had a stolen base. We'll see if he can get things going for the Stars and give them their first hit. This one swung on, fouled back. 0-1. one off the K man for the first base on the play. 0-2 now for Tolly. Line away fastball that time by Tolly. Laid off of it, 1-2. That pitch is low now. Even count for Tolly. 2-2 with 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. And the Stars have had quite a few base runners throughout this ball game, but yet to have a hit and yet to bring any of them in. And that pick move, a little half-hearted, and Cooten Cooler's back in time. Fastball is swung high into left field. Left fielder settles under it, makes the grab for the 3rd out, and the no-hitter survives through the 5th inning. And we'll head to the top of the 6th. The score still 0-0. And we're set to start things here in the top of the 6th. Foss back out on the mound once again. 6th inning of work for him. Squares around, this one down the 3rd baseline. Foss grabs it, he fumbles it, and the throw to first gets away from him. And it'll go down as an error. And the runner will be on first base. So runner on first with nobody out to start the 6th. Change up high that time by Foss. 1-0. This one grounded where the second baseman was. Runner around second, heads for third. There'll be runners at the corners to start the inning. So runners at the corners for Foss to start the inning. Nobody out. This one's popped up, and it is going to be into shallow right field. Powell comes on to grab it, and they're not going to test him at third as he was barely past the turf in the infield. That'll be the first out. Pitch by Foss coming up. And looked like Slider that time probably backed up on him. 1-0. Pick to first. And they got him at first base. A big pickoff for Foss. That gives them the second out of the inning. And what started as probably a nightmare scenario in the inning, now looking much more manageable as there's 2 outs and just a runner on third base. Curveball rolled over and foul down the third baseline. 1-1. The 1-1 from Foss on its way. Swung on and miss. 1-2. And we'll see if Foss can work some more magic. 2 outs, 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Slider outside, doesn't get the call. 2-2. A close pitch high and away. Slider swing on and miss. Call him Harry Houdini on the mound. That's a disappearing act if I've seen one. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Score 0-0. And Foss is through 6 scoreless innings. Here in the bottom of the 6th, score 0-0. And leading off for the Stars is Tanner Powell. He'll get things going. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Stars here in the 6th. Second baseman playing farther into the hole. Powell squares around. It's down the third baseline. Third baseman comes up, and Powell beats it out by probably 5 steps. And that will break up the no-hitter as Powell is aboard with a leadoff single on the bunt. And if you're asking yourself who would decide to ruin a no-hitter with a bunt, that would be us. Chase Irby steps in. Runner on first, nobody out. Powell takes off. Irby swings on it. And Powell swipes a bag. Irby got the hit and run call that time. And as a result, Powell is safe at second base. 0-1 count for Irby at the plate. And nobody out. It's the second time they've run on the SAU Tech catcher. And he's got quite the arm on him. Irby squares around early. We'll see if they throw to him. They do. And Irby drops his barrel. And it'll go foul. 0-2. So now 2 strikes. The bunt probably out of the playbook here. 0-2 count for him. Nobody out. And Powell's at second base. This one grounded to the shortstop. And the throw across the diamond is in time for the out. And Powell stays put at second base. So that'll be the first out. Now batting Alex Showalter in the 9-hole. Showalter takes the high and away fastball for a strike. 0-1. Second baseman pretty close to the bag. Powell takes off the swing, the throw down to third. It's not in time, and Powell swipes 2 bags as he's at third base. Oh, and 2 count at home plate with 1 out, and Powell at third. And we'll see if Showalter can put something up the middle and try and get Powell home. And he will swing and miss on the strike. Fastball down the middle. 2 outs. Leadoff batter now. Gabe Kutencooler steps in. And this one is flied up into right field. Right fielder calls for it. He makes the grab for the third out. We're through 6 innings, still tied 0-0. And we'll be back after this. Foss is back out on the mound once again here in the 7th. He's gone through 6 innings, giving up no runs and 6 strikeouts. First pitch, high and in, ball 1. Looked like a cutter for him that time. And looked like slider that time catches the outside part of the zone. 1-1. That time it's thrown inside on him, and that one's fouled straight back. 1-2. And we'll see if Foss can get them chasing once again. And that one's a changeup to right field. Powell ranging back. He makes the grab as he's running at a full sprint towards the wall for the first out. Great play by Tanner Powell and a good read off the bat for him. 1 out here in the 7th. Slider that time down the middle for a strike. 0-1. Don't typically see him try and throw the front door slider. Slider swung on and miss away. 0-2 for Foss. And that one's way outside in the left-handed batter's box. 1-2. And not much of a look for the batter on that one. We'll see if it affected his ability to pick up pitches. Slider tapped fair. Kudencooler takes it at first. He tags the runner for the second out. Two away here in the 7th for Foss. This one's lined into right center, and it's going to get down between Tolley and Powell. He rounds Fowler sets for second, and he'll be safe with a 2-out double. And we're going to have an offensive timeout, it looks like, by the Rockets. And 2 away, and a runner on second for Foss. And it looks like timeout's over with as the batter heads to the plate. Pick to second, and the tag is not in time as the runner was back on the dive. I believe the runner at second base is the Rockets' third baseman, number 10. That one catches the inside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1 for him. That one gets away from Murphy. The runner will move up to third on the pass ball. 1-1 count for Foss. And one of the things about this field, the backstop very short. So it's highly unlikely that on a pass ball that the runner's going to head home. But I've seen it happen before, and crazier things have happened. 1-1 count from Foss. Catches the inside corner again. 1-2. And looks like there's some action now in the Stars bullpen. But with 2 away here in the inning, it's unlikely he'll be making his appearance. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 7 scoreless for Foss with 7 strikeouts. Warming up in the bullpen is Will Turner for the Stars. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. The score still 0-0. Welcome back for the bottom half of the 7th. Due up for the Stars is the 2, 3, and 4. Simonelli, Cooler, and Ambrose. And we're in the back half of the ball game. This one going to be a 9-inning game. So still a few more innings, but it's still tied 0-0. Simonelli takes the first pitch inside for strike 1. And looked like changeup that time. Simonelli pulled out of that one. 0-2. This one's lined right at the second baseman, and he will haul it in for the first out. Now batting the first baseman, Bo Cooler. One away here in the 7th. First pitch curveball drops in for a strike, 0-1. Number 13 out of the bullpen last inning, and he's back here in the 7th. Cooler pops this one up into the middle infield. Second baseman calls for it. He makes the grab for the second out. And now batting is the cleanup batter, Jacob Ambrose, with 2 outs. First pitch is low to Ambrose, 1-0. It's been a quick half inning so far. I believe only 7 pitches in the half inning for the SAU Tech pitcher. That one swung on, fouled back. Even count, 1-1. Breaking ball outside in the dirt. 2-1 now for Ambrose. Ambrose gets a hold of one. It's going back. And it is foul. Couple feet to the right, and we'd be having a 1-0 ball game. 2-2. Curveball outside, and that one doesn't get the call. 3-2, and that's about as close a call as it comes. Payoff pitch. Ambrose swings on that one in the dirt for strike 3. We'll head to the top of the 8th, all tied up at 0-0. And back out on the mound here in the 8th inning is Brett Foss. He's gone through 7 scoreless with 7 strikeouts. Don't have his pitch count, but he really hasn't thrown too many pitches through that 7 innings of work. As the first pitch is high, ball 1. And this one's giving a ride to left. And it is foul. The umpire calls it foul. Foul down the left field side. He got every piece of that one, and that's about as big a warning shot as you can get. I can't tell from where I was how close it was, but it was well out of here. A 1-1 count now. And another offensive timeout from the third base coach. So the 1-1 count for Foss. And a big warning shot, as that pitch was out over the middle. And this one's fouled back out of play. 1-2. And it looks like slider that time from Foss. Left-handed batter's box though. 2-2. Nobody out here in the 8th. Turner still warming up in the Stars bullpen. Slider fouled out of play. Things still tied at 2-2. Sixth pitch of the AB coming up for Foss. That one is high and away for ball 3. Payoff pitch coming up. And it looks like the zone's tightened up a little as the game's gone on. This one's popped up, out of play. And it looked like fastball from Foss that time. We'll see what Foss wants to go with here. Another payoff pitch. And that one is outside for ball 4. A leadoff walk to start the 8th. Runner on first, nobody out. He squares around, and the pitch is outside, ball 1. Squares around again, another high pitch from Foss. 2-0 now the count. Two-0 from Foss on its way. Pick to first, and the runner will be safe at first base. He's back on the dive. Another high pitch from Foss. 3-0. Pitch down the middle for a strike from Foss. 3-1. Squares around again. This one's tapped fair. Throw down to second. It gets off of Showalter's glove at second base. Everybody will be safe. The runners at first and second, still nobody out for Foss. And we're going to have time called as Coach Dow heads out to the mound. So we'll take a quick break and be right back. So Foss will stay in the game here. Nobody out and runners at first and second here in the 8th inning. Still tied 0-0. Kutenkeuler playing in at the corners. Squares around. This one's bunted down the third baseline. Throw to first. Gets past Kutenkeuler. He's down. One run will come in to score. And we're going to have time called as one run has come in to score. Bo Kutenkeuler's down at first base, as is the runner. Kutenkeuler is able to get back to his feet. But the runner still down. Unsure how they collided, really. We're going to have time called. And that will be the end of Foss's appearance today. 7 innings and 7 strikeouts. And Will Turner will make his appearance from the bullpen when we come back. So we'll take a break. Mound is Will Turner. Quick look at his stats so far this year: 6.3 ERA through 3 appearances, a record of 1-0, 10 innings of work, and 7 strikeouts. First pitch curveball in the dirt away, ball 1. Runners at the corners with nobody out. And on that last play, SAU Tech took a 1-0 lead. Another pitch outside from Turner. 2-0. Pick to third. And the runner will be back safe at third base. Not very often you see a pickoff move to third like that from a righty. This one grounded to the shortstop. Showalter flips it to second. The throw to first in time. And it is now 2-0 SAU Tech. But there's now 2 outs here in the 8th. Nobody on, 2 outs for Turner. Looks like we have another pitcher warming up in the Stars bullpen, Luke Eaton. First pitch is high and in, ball 1. Curveball from Turner gets the strike as it was a little up in the zone. 1-1. Another one swung on. This one's tapped to the second baseman. Irby runs in. The throw to first is in time. And we'll head to the bottom of the 8th. The score now 2-0 Rocket. Now batting is Gavin Murphy. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Stars. And we have a defensive replacement for the Rockets. In center field, number 3 is checking into the game after the collision at first base with the first baseman. First pitch taken for a ball, 1-0. Murphy swings on this one. It's flied out to right field. Right fielder running in, makes the grab in foul territory for the first out. And like I said, the Rockets now hold a 2-0 lead here in the 8th. And time's running out to put some offense together. Now batting is Kyle Tolley, center fielder for the Stars. He squares around. This one's tapped right back to the pitcher. Throw to first is in time for the second out. And now batting is the right fielder, Tanner Powell. 2 away here in the 8th. Changeup swung on and missed for a strike. 0-1. Looked like probably two-seam fastball that time. 0-2. Change up low and away, taken 1-2 now the count. Fastball outside. 2-2 now. As things even back up for Powell. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And we'll head to the 9th inning, 2-0 Rocket. And welcome back for the top of the 9th. Scores 2-0 Rockets. And on the mound is Will Turner once again for the Stars. He came in last inning in relief. Curveball taken down the middle for a strike. 0-1. Another curveball, another strike. 0-2 now for Turner. Back-to-back curveballs to start the AB. This one's grounded back to the second baseman. Irby bodies it up. The throw to first is in time for the first out. One away here in the 9th. This one's rolled over, foul down the third base side. 0-1. Luke Eaton warming up in the Stars bullpen, should they need him. Breaking ball outside, doesn't get the call. 1-1. This one swung on, fouled straight back. 1-2. This one's lined to left field. Simonelli heading back, and it's going to get down in the yard. It'll be a one-out double. First pitch curveball inside gets the strike. 0-1. Curveball grounded to the shortstop, and it's into left field. And they're going to hold him up at third. Runners at the corners with one out. And we're going to have time called, looks like. Coach Dow heads out to the mound to have a word with Turner, so we'll take a break and be right back. So Turner will stay in the game. But runners at the corners, one out. And the batter's already squared around for the bunt. He throws it in the zone for a strike. 0-1. Batter squares around again early. This one's high. Back pick to first. It's into right field. And a run will come in to score. I believe that pitch was called a ball, 1-1 the count. Curveball away, 2-1. Curveball in the dirt. Murphy bodies it up. Runner stays put at first base. 3-1 with one away. Curveball, knee high for a strike. Runs the count full now, 3-2. Payoff pitch coming up from Turner. Swung on in the dirt for strike 3. That's the second out here in the ninth. Pick to first. And the tag is not in time as he's back on the dive safely. Another pick to first. And same result as he's safe diving into first base. High curveball inside, ball 1. Looked like a two-seam fastball from Turner that time. That one's down the middle, 1-1. Pick to first. And he's back safely once again. 1-1. Curveball grounded between the shortstop and third baseman. Simonelli has it in left. And it'll be another single. It's the Rockets' 6th hit of the ball game. And that's going to bring an end to Turner's day as Luke Eaton gets set for his appearance in this one. So we'll take a break and be right back. Luke Eaton gets set for his first appearance in conference play. No record for him, but 2 saves and 6 strikeouts on the year so far. First pitch breaking ball away, ball 1. Curveball swung on and missed. 1-1 as he was geared up for fastball all the way there. Pick to second base. That throw is offline into center field. Runner will stay put at second base, however. Throw is offline and behind the second baseman coming for the pickoff move. 1-1 count for Eaton. Another breaking ball away, swung on and missed. 1-2. Breaking ball working wonders for Eaton right now. And with 2 outs already here in the 9th, just needs 1 more. And this one's given a ride to left center. And Simonelli will have it, ranging back towards the warning track for the 3rd out. And Stars need 3 runs to keep this one going here in the bottom of the 9th. Your score 3-0 Rock. Leading off for the Stars is Chase Irby. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Stars here in the bottom of the ninth. Needing 3 runs to keep this one going. Number 13 still out on the mound for the Rockets. First pitch, high, ball 1. That one's going to find the zone. Even count, 1-1. Looked like curveball that time. Stays in the zone. 1-2. And this one's in the dirt, blown away. 2-2. This thing's even up once again. Nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth. This one swung on, fouled straight back by Irby. Looked like slider that time. Still a 2-2 count. 6th pitch of the at-bat coming up. This one's taken on the outside for strike 3. And that'll be the first out here in the 9th inning. Now batting is Alex Showalter. First pitch is outside to Showalter, 1-0. Been working mostly fastball this inning. Another fastball, this one taken for a strike. 1-1. Fastball blown away. 2-1. Swung on and missed that time by Showalter. 2-2 now the count. And that'll be strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the bottom of the ninth. And the Stars down to their final out. Gabe Kutencooler steps in. This one's grounded past the second baseman into right field. And he will be aboard with a 2-out single. And now batting the left fielder, Ty Simonelli. Simonelli swings on this one. It's fouled out of play down the third base side. 0-1. This one's rolled over to the second baseman. He's going to flip it to first. And that's the ball game. Your score 3-0. Thank you for joining the broadcast. We'll have a live stream of Saturday's games, a doubleheader between the Rockets and the Stars. Thank you for joining us.